Hi crafty creators! Welcome to a Miss Chloe Flosstube! You guys are such gems for joining me. Thank you so much for being here. As always, welcome back to my returning viewers. You guys know I love seeing you every couple of weeks and chatting to you down below in the comments section. And a big hi, hello, how are you to all of our new subscribers and anyone that might have just found me. My name is Miss Chloe and this is my corner of the internet where I get to talk all things cross stitch and share my crafting journey with you guys. So I hope that you find something you like and find a reason to hang around. This last 2 weeks, it's been 2 weeks, has been pretty busy and pretty full on. I raced my way through a stitch to get a finish. So it's a start and finish since you last saw me because I needed something for a Rocky Horror event. I have a finish that I did a few nights ago, so it's still pretty new. I have an FFN, which for any of you new stitchers is a finish for now. And I have a work in progress to share with you as well. And I have a plan for a new start. So it's all a bit exciting. Can you tell I'm a little bit hyper today? I've just had a really, really good day. We had a birthday at work. So there was cake and coffee and my team was just really vibing, you know, and it was really, really good. So I've had a great day and that's where my energy is from now. So I think we should jump into it. The first thing I'm going to show you is my work in progress. And it is the Spring Mermaid from Bella Filipina. Now I'm going to zoom her in so you can see her nice and close there. I think that angle is good. You can see everything. So she is almost finished. She has a few more beads. You can see the centers of these flowers are missing their yellow. That is a bead and it came in today. So I can finally finish her. And then once I finish the beading, I'm going to put her on a slightly larger snap. So probably an 11-11. This is an 11 by 8. So that I can do the borders because there's 2 borders on this piece. They look like this. So I'll have to put those borders in, but I really wanted to get the bead work done first because there are beads on the border as well. So I liked having a really tight frame on her so that I could really concentrate and get in there rather than have to worry about negotiating around the extra frame, you know? But this is what she's up to. I love her so much. I think she's super pretty. Super pretty. So she's done with DMC and Krynic and beads. I think they're Mill Hill beads. And I've just used a sewing cotton to hold them down. And I have done the method where you put a cross through each bead to hold them securely. And I was really happy with that. I did start at the bottom with some beading twine and you can see here the ones on her tail, they don't look quite as straight, they don't sit quite as well. That is because I used the beading thread and that was a mistake. So I won't be using that again. I did switch to a beading needle as well, which made things a little bit easier for me again. But I'm really happy with her. So to give her some depth and dimension, I've done her tail and her hair as 2 strands over 2 bits of fabric. So she's 2 over 2. And then her body I've done as 1 over 1. It took a million years and it hurt my eyes so much, you guys. But like, worth it. Look at her. She's so pretty. So pretty. So I'm really excited. I'm hoping this week to get those yellow beads in over the weekend and then move her out so I can do her double framing. I'm still not sure whether or not I want to put the season. I think it sits here. Or here, maybe. So this one is spring, so she's supposed to say spring to be the Spring Mermaid, and then each of the other mermaids will also have it on there. But up in these top 2 corners, there's some really beautiful beaded detailing, and it's just really pretty. I have to extend out the bottom of this frame to get the corner work in, because I really like the top corner. I think on the original pattern, there was only 1 corner. My friend Liz helped me to rechart it to make it in 2 corners, but I think I want it in all 4 because I'm extra. So I might put it in all 4 and then I'll have space at the bottom to put the word spring in between them. So we'll see. And in that time, the next mermaid has come out. I have not started her yet, but I do have the fabric for her. Okay guys, sorry about the jump cut. I realized that the plastic over this was being really, really reflective and horrible. So I took her out of the bag. This is another 32 count even weave. This is Green Clouds, or Cloud Green, from Sew It All Australia. I'm going to insert a photo because even on camera she's not coming up very well. So this is what she looks like. And I'm going to do the same thing with the summer mermaid that I did with the spring mermaid. And I'm going to do it with all of my mermaids. Shocker. So I'm going to stitch her tail and her hair with 2/2. And then I'm going to stitch all of their skin as 1/1 so that they get that real dimension and depth, and the tail looks a little bit like it's scaled. I'm really excited to start her. I love the pinks and oranges in her tail. This is what summer is going to look like. So I'm very, very excited for that. I think it's really pretty. And I just love those colors, those oranges, those pinks. Like, it's going to be gorgeous, you guys. Gorgeous. And I cannot wait to stitch her. But I am not allowed to start the new mermaid until I have finished at least the beading and started the frame on the old mermaid. So I need to almost get spring done and caught up now that my beads are here, so that I can start summer. But I'm also not allowed to get behind. Don't let me get behind. I really want to keep up with this stitch along because she's chunky. Like, these mermaids are a decent stitch count, you guys. So I have to keep it going. So next up, I think we will do our Finish For Now, or FFN. And it is Noctiflora's Horror Flies. I took it out of the snap so you guys could see it. It's not sitting super straight. I had to put a book behind it because it was just floppy. But here she is. So we've got our nuts and our banner, our caterpillars, the eyeball empress. I think last time you saw it, we just had these guys in the bottom. So now we've got the baby flies. And we got these little dudes. So this one up here was supposed to be, I think, a mouth with like fangs, but I switched it out for another skull because I just thought the skull was really, really cute. And all three of my skulls are done in glow in the dark because that's super cute and fun. So yeah, I'm really loving this one. This is not something that I would normally have picked to stitch, so I'm really glad I signed on for this stitch along because it's pushed me outside of my zone a little bit, but I've had so much fun with it. So much fun with it. Here's a close-up so you guys can have a real good look while I talk about it. This one is stitched again as 2/2, so 2 threads over 2 little squares. I did make a few little changes so far. So my pink guy in the middle, he's supposed to have purple wings, but it's pink. Because I decided there was a little bit too much purple and I needed to break it up just for my taste. I have backstitched my skulls and I have also done them in glow in the dark. So far, those are my only changes. And then the techniques I've used on this one are just obviously the 2/2 and also the couching. So I really enjoy couching because I don't have to try and bend my stitch to go in the right place. I can just fasten it down until it looks like it's an even curve, and it's just really nice. Really nice. It also sits perfectly on top of the work if you don't pull it too tight. So instead of getting that in and out effect that you get from backstitch, you get a nice smooth run over everything, which is really enjoyable. And I think it's a really nice change for my work. So I will be using couching moving forwards. Okay, next up I have my SAF, or my start and finish. And it's Creature of the Night from Witchy Stitcher. I bought this on Witchy Stitcher Day. This is my first ever Witchy Stitcher chart, and it's so appropriate that it's this musical. This was one of my favorites, always has been. So I stitched this one up from the 9th to the 13th. And It is on, I believe it's a 14 count black Ada. This is my first black project. I did a lot of learning on this one, you guys. A lot of learning. I've never worked on black before, so things that I can give you as tips. My friend Amanda said instead of putting a light under it, because you keep blocking it with your hand, to actually hold the work up and work this way. And that was brilliant. I could see perfectly, and it actually made it a lot faster. So thank you, Amanda. That is a good tip. A couple of other people let me know to sort of tension it a little bit more than you normally would with a fabric, so that your holes are a little bit bigger. It makes them easier to see. So I very much recommend that. That definitely helped out. And as always, strong overhead light. Strong overhead light. And you can do it. You can get through it. This has black on black in a few places around the mouth. That was nerve-wracking, but we did it. So yeah, I'm really proud of this one. I'm happy with how it turned out. The race was on. I had to get it done by Friday the 13th because I went to my local cinema at the Capri and we had a Rocky Horror Night. It starts at midnight. They do a costume parade and then they do the show and everyone gets to call out and it's an audience participation night. Here is a photo of some of my guys. So these were all the top runners for the costume contest. And they were very happy to take a photo with my work. Unfortunately, this time I didn't manage to get a photo with the organist, Madame Claire. But I'm hoping to next time. And sadly, next time is in September. I have to wait such a long time, you guys. Such a long time. But it's always a fun night, so I will definitely be going back. So yeah, this was this one. I had so much fun doing this. This was such a fun project. I loved it. Thank you very much to the Witchy Stitcher for such an easy to read chart. And I really loved that you had two options for us. So if you wanted to stitch it on white fabric, she actually went through and charted all these little stars and dots and lines in black. And then on the second chart, she had them stitched out in white so that we could follow them, you know, really easily and it would tie in with whichever color we wanted. I just thought that was such a nice touch. It was just such a pleasure to work on. This frame, a couple of people have asked where I got it from when I posted pictures. Girl, I got her from the op shop. She was $3 and she had a rough looking horse picture inside her. It doesn't have glass. It was a like a woolen long stitch tapestry that had been done by a child. And the wool was kind of falling apart. So it was in a box at the front of the store. And when I asked the lady if I could buy it, she looked at me like I had two heads and went, if you have $2, I guess. So I bought it and I ran away. But the frame was in really good condition. It's just plastic and it had the two backing boards in it. So that means that this piece is properly laced, you guys. I did it right. She's properly laced and then she's sandwiched with another board so that you can't see any of the lacing. However, she is from the op shop. She's rough, right? She's had a hard life. So she was a little tiny bit broken. So the hanging bits, which are supposed to be a triangle here and a triangle here, were falling off and dying. They were literally hanging by like one little bit. So I had to pull those off. And none of the clips to hold the backing in were like intact. So I think that Horsey might have been removed a few times in its life. So the back of this is actually held together with hot glue and a prayer. I just filled it the whole way around. I needed to get it to the show. That's all there was to it. She's rough. She's definitely a creature of the night. She's just brilliant. I'm so happy with her. I can't wait to put her on the wall. I don't know how I'm going to hang it. I think I'm going to have to hot glue like more things to the back to hang it up because it doesn't have a little thing. But that's okay. I might put a piece of wire across it or something and make it into a proper hanging space. But yeah, I did it. And now I have 3 other projects that I want to do on black fabric, but I know that that's a bad idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So if anyone knows where to get some black Ada, let me know. Let me know, because they do not carry her at my local. They do not carry her at my local. Yeah. So the last stitching project I have to show you today is my finish. It is not an FFN. I do not know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but I'm so excited to show this to you guys. Look at my cat. Isn't she the cutest? This is Halloween Wall by me. I'm so happy with how this has turned out, you guys. If you did watch my last video, you guys know that I was designing this and that I organized it for the Humans vs. Zombies game that the Black Needle Society is hosting on their Facebook page this month, which, by the way, is going really, really well. I have no idea how, but I have managed to defend my life 4 times and keep my brains inside my head where they belong. Today is Friday. Tomorrow I have another challenge. This could change. My brain might be eaten, but we'll see how we go. But yeah, I designed this one to stitch during the game. Obviously I got impatient with myself and just finished her. But I did do most of this wall and fill in the cat during the game, and that was a lot of fun. So this is my first proper cross stitch piece. And a couple of you have asked, yes, she will be for sale. You will be able to get your own cat. Don't you worry, I've got you, boo. So this is the Halloween wall. I really enjoyed designing these little bats. They were really fun to stitch up. And this cute little spider. My friend Amy also stitched up this little guy for me. She used the same fabric, but she did 1/2, just so we could see the difference. And this is what hers looks like. So I think hers came up really, really beautifully. I definitely like the back stitch being in 1 strand rather than 2 strands on hers. I think that was a really good choice, because my spider's legs are chunky. Here they are side by side. You can see and really see the difference. For exactly the same fabric, it's like night and day. It's very strange. So something that we learned on this one is always double check and test a little section of your fabric. Do a couple of stitches just in the serge in the edge, and have a look and see if you think that 1 thread will actually be okay, because I just went ahead and went, oh yeah, I always stitch with 2 threads, and did that. And Amy was smart and tested things. So the lesson here is be like Amy. Do the smart. Don't be like Chloe and just move ahead because you can. Just do the smart, you know? But yeah, so I finally finished her and I'm really happy. I finalized all of the colors. So keep an eye out on my Instagram, because I will let you guys know when she's available. As I said, a few of you did ask if you could have a copy, if you could get her yet. Now that we've finished test stitching, she will go up very, very soon. I've got to finalize the PDF details and make sure she's pattern keeper compatible for all of my digi stitches. I got you. And then she will be available for you. But I am so, so proud of her. I just think she's really cute, and I'm so happy with how it came out. It was a very rough vision when Amy and I sketched it out on her back table. But I love how she's come out, and I definitely cannot wait to design something else. So I have stitched this one, as I said, 2/2, and this is on a 32 count pumpkin patch by Stitch Me. So yeah, that's everything that I've stitched on in the last 2 weeks. Plans are to finish spring, start summer, and do the last installment on Horror Flies. I am so sad. The last installment comes out this weekend. I'm definitely going to be stitching it because I love it. But I am very sad that it's going to be ending because it's been such a fun stitch and it's been so nice to explore a new designer. In Noctiflora, I hadn't stitched any of her stuff yet, and I just think that her design is really beautiful. It's a lot of fun. The colors are just gorgeous. It's such a great palette. So I've really enjoyed working with it, and I already can't wait to see what she does next. So I will definitely be keeping an eye out on her. I think that's all my plans. I have a lot of free hoops now because I had 2 full finishes. So I need to fill them. I should probably work on some of my existing projects, but I also feel like I need some more small things so that I can change the background up for you guys and I can update it. So I might do a few little tiny hoops and stuff like that so that I've got something fun to share with you every couple of weeks. I can change them out. But yeah, that's everything. So until next time, stay safe, be happy, and craft something beautiful, you guys. Bye.